A newspaper has about 900 pounds of overhead, whereas what kind of overhead do you and I have? We're here we'll talk about Oklahoma
My
stuff.
time.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
and
Yeah.
it's just who do we answer to? Who's our editor?
Me.
Who's exactly whose blessing do we have to get?
Yeah, nobody's.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
We
I
don't have
mean,
ads.
and I'm here. You could edit out my whole side of this podcast, and if I listened to it, I would just be like, "Damn, what happened?" And you would be like, "Well, you're just saying a bunch of dumb shit, dude." So I edited you out, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay." Well, I mean, that's just because we're a two-person thing here. If you're just like a lot of people, you look online and stuff. You have a lot of just independent media people. It's just one person, one guy, one gal, and it's like I'm my boss. I answer to me. I have my ways to make money through sponsorship or through Patreon and stuff like that. I think that's eventually where things are going to go, and I think it's more. You're not looking at an anchor. Like you and I, we're not anchors here. We're just.
Sure.
These are my opinions. I could be wrong. I could be right, or I could be somewhere in between. But
It's just my
beholden.
opinion.
I'm not beholden to any affiliate. I'm not beholden to any board of directors.
An owner.
Yeah, I'm not beholden to anybody but myself, really. So I almost feel like it's more trustworthy. And I'm not saying that we're not even we're not doing news here. We're not journalists.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that. But people that are journalists that do actually do all this stuff on their own, I just think you can get a better sense of whenever this he's so and so's injecting a lot of opinion into this. So let me get my grain of salt out, and I'll still consume the content, but I can tell because I've watched so many say videos or listened to so many podcasts of this person delivering the news as they've gathered it. I can tell, yeah, like Bob is he's putting a lot of his, this is a this is like a pet issue for
Like
him.
his spin on it, or
Yeah, you can tell he's putting a spin on it.
Yeah.
And then you can tell when it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm mostly getting the straight dirt here. And then if you want, you can go investigate it yourself a little more through other outlets and see, oh, well, here's, Bob said this, but Sally said this. Sally seems a lot more objective about it. So now when I look back on it, Bob was putting a lot of his own personal rhetoric in there, but Sally kind of just laid it out there and said, hey, this is what I was able to gather. These are who told me this stuff. And, that's the bottom line. And moving on to the next topic. Whereas you watch stuff on TV or in the newspaper,